Hello friends, and welcome back to Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. So last time we were making our way through the Cipher layer here, and we got access to an ID card which will let us do the second half of this building. We are nearing the end. We do just have a little bit more to take care of. So anyways, we will make our way down this hallway this time. And we need the ID card to get down this elevator. Alright, who's up front? I just need to remember that would be Spinarak and Riku. Okay, perfect. Probably... Okay, no fights down here. That's fine with me. Here we are with Krane and Naps. You understand, don't you? It's wrong to turn ordinary Pokemon into Shadow Pokemon against their will. And he's stunned silent. Please, won't you help us stop this Shadow Pokemon plan? Join us and help us save Pokemon. Professor Krane, I understand what you're trying to say, but I can't help you. Whoa, aren't you that kid I saw at the Pokemon HQ lab that time? Storm? Is it really you, Storm? Are you trying to tell me that you came here by your lonesome to rescue Professor Krane? It's too bad. I'm still a member of Cipher. I can't very well let the folks go now, can I? As for you, you stank my Teddy Ursa for me that time. I'll give you this. You've got guts to come here alone, but I'll fix you good so you'll never get out again. So now we have a proper match against Naps. What do you got? I need to remember. Murkrow, Rhyhorn. Ooh boy, this one might be a bit tough. We'll see how this plays out. I always have this weird headcanon where it's like, Professor Krane just goes on and on about how to, like just leave Cipher, become one of the good guys, help stop the plan, and just, like, keeps going and going and going, and just, like, Naps eventually just breaks down, and it's just like, I will join you. I will help save Pokemon. You know, just a ridiculous level of, like, let's, like, be friends kind of deal. The overbearing friendship speech kind of deal. Well, either way, that's certainly a little bit out of Riku's health. Yeah, that Rhyhorn's certainly going to be the trouble. Oh, and you have 4 Pokemon, too. Ooh, boy. That was definitely not enough for a KO. Have to rely on Psychic. I'm gonna go for a neutral Signal Beam on the Murkrow, see what happens. Yes! Just enough. Okay. Slack off. Okay, that might not be terrible. This Peck, however, is going to be a different story. Yep. Kinda saw that one coming. Need to remember, I have an Intimidate backup in Pulchi. Weaken their offenses. Alright. I think that Murkrow needs to bite it. Alright, good hit. Now, if this is for Riku, I should survive. Not if it's a crit, of course. Of course, like I didn't see that one coming. Alright, let's go, Flareon. Now, bite it. Ooh, almost. We got poison. I'll take it. Alright, how should I proceed? Murkrow would be taken out no matter what. So should I gang up on the Slackoth, or should I try... Yeah, the Murkrow's going to hit me no matter what, so I'm actually going to go for a double bite on the Slackoth. Yeah, even though Flareon's a few levels behind, certainly has the stats to keep on par. Thank goodness for being a good late-game evolution. Alright, Slackoth taken care of. Some extra experience for my trouble, though. This might help Flareon. Beldum. Okay, okay. At least it's just going to be the Beldum. Murkrow taken out. Oh, nice. Level up. Alright, let's go... Well, I guess it's got to be Bite. And, well, actually, I could do some combinations here. Oh, you have Clear Body. Boo! Haha, but at least you missed. Fine, Dig and Bite it is. Good hit, though. And flinch? Maybe? Question mark? Takedown takes you out? That might do it. That's like 8 health. Yep. That's one thing that has always been weird to me. It's like Beldum's only move in early generations is takedown, so Beldum is always on a timer. Like, just, it's however many takedowns it takes to drain all the PP or take out the health and then struggle. It is just so weird. You're good, punk. Alright. Professor Krane, you folks don't have the foggiest notion about how big and scary Cipher is. It's not smart to resist. You can go on about the poor abused Pokemon and all, but you should think about your own selves. That's my advice. But with Pokemon, together, we can manage anything. Didn't you listen to my friendship speech? Storm, did you really come here by yourself? That's amazing. But it's dangerous here. You better get out right away. My worst fears turned out to be true about Cipher. They weren't wiped out. This is just one of their bases. But the details can wait. Things could get complicated if they return. Let's get out of here quick. And we got Krane with us for now. Ah, yes. Spinarak can now be purified, which is great. And a Leaf Stone. Okay, yes. We do get Pokemon in this game that can evolve by stone. And in doing so, they will have stones in the game for us to find at random points. Now, I'm really hoping I can do something here. Because if I can't, I could be in trouble. Ah, good. Doesn't appear to open from that side. Can I sneak? Oh, yes! I can sneak that way. Krane, you're coming with me, because there's a healing machine I need to visit. Because I know what's coming up, and I don't want like a member of my team incapacitated. Now, I will say, this is the first time I have ever taken Krane throughout the lab. Like, I would normally just go straight to the end. Like, my team would be strong enough, and I'd know what I'd be getting myself into. Like, it's never been a problem. But, again, with what I know is about to come up, I want my team to be fully healed, ready to go. And in doing so, I got to experience something I have never done before. And that's what I love about games, you know? Just being able to go back and play your favorite games all over again, and being able to see something new about them that you would have never seen before. Like, that's the joy of gaming. So I get to give Krane an entire tour of the lab. So we should be at the under part here. That's right, it's one of those you have to walk through it parts. Alright, because I know what's coming up here. As you can see there, just a little bit, the elevator pod is not at the base there. You can see the little dot indent there. That means something is going to come down to greet us. I'm actually going to go best members to start and see how this goes. And here we go with that scientist from earlier and Lovrina. Oh, hey you sneaked Krane out? Lovrina, this child here, he's the intruder. Also, if I didn't bring this up already, because I can't remember most of the musical tunes, This is another one of the good tunes in the game that I really like. Just the Cipher admin theme. Oh, wait. I so have not heard anything about anyone leaving anywhere. Professor Krane is so going to be very busy. Oh, so very busy. So please be a nice boy and don't disturb us. We're going back to the HQ lab. Stand aside, please. Going back? Seriously? You are so joking. This so happens to be where you work from now on. After all, we so need you to keep working on your studies. You so are the key to our plan. XD001, the ultimate shadow Pokemon that can never be purified. Stop that nonsense. Do you seriously think I would help you do something that horrible? Oh, that Naps. He so must have made a boo-boo again. I so have to punish him lots. Little boy, maybe you can convince Professor Krane. You should so tell him to study our XD001. You see, our plan is to make shadow Pokemon that can never ever be purified. XD001 is only our first prototype. So, when we work out the problems, we can make combat units with XD series Pokemon. Wouldn't that just be peachy? But we so need the professor's cooperation for our plan. So please, sweetie, can you please ask him nicely to help? No. Oh, how nasty, you silly boy. You so won't help me with XD001 either? Oh, you'll be sorry now, but you will so understand. A little hurt is so persuasive. Also, another one for the music list. This is another fantastic battle theme. Alright, Love Disc. Hi, Love Disc! Alright. Now, I don't think Intimidate's going to do very much for this duo, but we'll see what happens. Alright, Aerial Ace the Beautifly, because I know that can work. What would be best? Maybe try for a poison? Yeah, thankfully Love Disc does not have offenses, and thankfully Ledyon is super special defensive. Yup! Ooh, good hit! And I know I'm faster than the Beautifly, so I can make something of that. Ooh, good hit! Didn't get the poison, but I'll take the crit. Alright, I guess I can just do a repeat of everything I just did. Second move, same as the first. And good experience, too. Alright. Yep, those stats are looking quite acceptable to me. Rosalia. Okay, another Aerial Ace target. Okay, and Love Disc out. And out comes potential member number 4. Welcome to Shadow Delcatty. This is really just turning into a merging of, like, my previous worst teams. Okay, Aerial Ace is probably the best. I know Rosalia is special defensive. Maybe I can bite the Delcatty? See what happens? Yup! Nice hit! I know this is just luring me into a false sense of security because I'm seeing such good damage values right now, but these Pokemon are going to, like, fall off quickly. Now, there's a familiar move, Shadow Rush. Basically, a stronger Shadow Blitz. But as you noticed, no recoil. Okay, so I would definitely have to get Mightyena out of there ASAP. So I'm gonna do something a little funny. Switch out Pochi here, bring in the Mareep. Far along here, 2 bars, that's not bad. Get the Rosalia out of here. No Leech Seed shenanigans. Because now that Leech Seed would have gone on to Delcatty, and while that might be good in some cases, that is the last thing I want. And boom! Sorry, Rico. Now what I will do now is bring Pochi back. I love Intimidate switching. Okay. Now Bite, well, actually, hold on. What does Miror have right now? Thunder Shock, okay. Pochi, this one's on you. We're gonna just throw a few Pokeballs as tests. See if I can't get a Lucky Catch or a Thunder Shock Paralysis. Or a Lucky Static, that would be another fun one. Come on, Delcatty, you want to be on the team, right? You totally did! Delcatty is official! Cipher Admin Lovrina. What on earth? How could you be so strong? Ah, that went perfect. I'm glad I was able to find that healing machine. If I was down those members, I would have been in a little bit more trouble. Oh, I so hate to say this. Little boy, I can't beat you right now. Master Grievous will be so cross with me, but that's okay. I'll let you owe me this one time. But you have to promise me you will think about my plan next time. If you see XD001, I'm sure you'll be so want to help me. I'll so be waiting for you. Lovrina, wait! Storm, you have grown tough, haven't you? In fact, I'm amazed at how much stronger you've grown in this short a time. I guess we'll be relying on you even more from now on, Storm. Now that we know Cipher is back, we need to move quickly. You have to come up with ways of stopping them. This time, let's really head back to the HQ lab. We got a data ROM. So just like in Pokemon Coliseum, the data ROM here will let us see shadow Pokemon we have either caught or could potentially catch in the future. At least I think. That's how that one works in this one. This may be something important. We'll take it back and analyze it. And back we go. Yes, and they do us the decency of actually just bringing us back. Thanks to you, Storm, I was able to return safe and sound. Sincerely, thank you. Though it was a horrible ordeal, I've learned a few things when I was in that desert lab. First and foremost, Cipher hasn't disappeared. The fact that they're still around is alarming. Worse, they are making more shadow Pokemon again. And worst of all, they are trying to create the ultimate shadow Pokemon, one that is impossible to purify. Cipher must be plotting world domination using shadow Pokemon as their weapons again. To counter Cipher's new shadow Pokemon conspiracy... Oh. What is this? Director, Lily, we did it! The Purify Chamber is finally completed. Oh my. Oh, what fantastic timing. It's finally finished. Lily, thank you. Thank you for pulling everyone together so capably in my absence. Okay, let's not waste any time. Let's all go have a look at the Purified Chamber. So for anyone who has played Coliseum, you remember the tedium of trying to purify shadow Pokemon in that game. Well, they added a lot more Pokemon in this game, but they also added a way to purify Pokemon en masse. Take a good look, Storm. This is the Purify Chamber. Storm, your father and I designed it 5 years ago when we were motivated by the Shadow Incident. If evildoers were to create shadow Pokemon again, we wanted to be able to save them ourselves. Storm, your father believed that passionately. To honor your father's wish, I put together our Pokemon HQ lab. Storm, if your father were here, I'm sure that you would be delighted. Some days I just wish that your protagonist character had an actual in-game father that you could talk to. Like, I know Gen 3 did it, but... Well, Gen 3 Hoenn, but seriously, give us a father figure. While I was gone, everyone seems to have rallied around Lily and made things happen. Okay, Storm, we'll have you lead the way. The glorious history of the Purified Chamber will begin with you. But first, if you would be so kind as to briefly explain how the Purified Chamber works? Certainly. Okay, Storm, listen closely. The Purified Chamber is a facility in which shadow Pokemon undergo purification through contact with regular Pokemon. Purification is conducted on what we call a set. This is where a shadow Pokemon comes into contact with regular Pokemon. In the center of a set, one shadow Pokemon is placed. Up to 4 regular Pokemon can be placed around the shadow Pokemon. We have 9 of those sets here. That means we can effectively purify up to 9 shadow Pokemon at the same time. There is one thing you need to be careful about. Purification won't proceed if you place only a single shadow Pokemon on a set. Purification can only happen if there is at least one regular Pokemon on a set with a shadow Pokemon. The number of regular Pokemon placed with a shadow Pokemon and their compatibility are key points. First, the number of regular Pokemon. The more regular Pokemon you place with a shadow Pokemon, the quicker purification is. Next, the compatibility of Pokemon. Compatibility depends on the types of the Pokemon involved and the directions they face. By adjusting these factors, you will likely see differences in purification speeds. If you need details, I'll be happy to explain later, but right now, practical example. Purified Chamber status is on standby. System status is good to go. Step onto that circular plate, a holographic image of the Pokemon involved in purification will appear. Okay, checking the hologram, zoom in on individual sets. At any selected set, you can figure things how you see fit. Okay. So the first bit of the explanation was good, but this is the Purified Chamber. As you can see, a nice little hologram section here. All right. Also, another little jazzy tune I like. Might as well just add it to the list. So right now... Oh yes, I do have items on these Pokemon I need to be careful about. So, as the explanation was saying, we are able to purify Shadow Pokemon. Oops. Wrong one. So what we do is we put Shadow Pokemon onto the sets in here. As they did say, there were 9 different sets. And then we have to put regular Pokemon around the Shadow Pokemon in the set. Now, you might see here, there's a thing called Tempo and Flow. What this is going to do is it keeps track of all of the type effectiveness around the Pokemon in question. So there is the placement of the Shadow Pokemon is what Pokemon is that Shadow Pokemon facing, and that would be the ability of the flow to occur, and that will be like a starting basis to reduce the heart gauge, and then how fast it can go is determined by how many regular Pokemon are in the circle around it, which it can be a maximum of 4. And it considers the type effectiveness of every Pokemon going around in that loop. So it's a whole bunch of type effectiveness combinations that you have to keep in mind. But what will happen is depending on how effectively you set things up, as you walk around, it will reduce the shadow gauge of the Shadow Pokemon. So for now, I'm just going to let Flareon here have a little sit around. As you can see, as things kind of pick up in the sets, their tempo just gets a little bit more vibrant, as it were. But that is the basics. And you can have 9 sets. How did you find the Purified Chamber? Using this system, it's possible to purify many Shadow Pokemon at the same time. Oh, also, you can access the Purified Chamber from any PC. Be sure to try out that feature. Now, the issue is how Shadow Pokemon should be recovered from Cipher. It looks as if we'll have to get busy some more with that snag machine. And definitely we will. Now, on the other side of this, I seem to have noticed this Carvana here has... Oh, actually, can I take it from this menu? No, I cannot. So don't mind me, Carvana. I am going to take your black glasses because I think Pochi needs to look awesome. And also that gives me a bit of a power buff on my bite. Now then, Carvana goes back. And we welcome member number 4 to the team, Delcatty. So we'll have some battles with Delcatty here in a little bit. Flareon can stay in the machine for the now. So hang on, what does everyone else say? Director came back safely and the Purified Chamber was completed. We can finally slow down and catch our breath. After your father passed away, Professor Krane and I carried on with his studies. If he were here to see this, I'm sure that your father would be happy and proud. Purified Chamber was very pretty with things spinning around. Jovi wishes she could ride too. Will the professor let Jovi go on it if Jovi asks nicely? Jovi. Okay. Oh, speaking of Cipher, Lily, have you made any progress with that data ROM we brought back from Cipher's lab? Oh yes, I've asked Dayton. Again, add-on Dayton? Like, my goodness. Naming! Dayton to analyze the contents of the data ROM. It should be ready soon. So I think we just have to go up to one of the side offices. Storm, could you go upstairs and ask Dayton how he's doing? Dayton is the man in the room next to the director's office. Okay, that works. Big Brother's tired, so Jovi will go. Oh, Jovi, it's okay. This is for work. And, of course, Jovi's just like, I'm gonna do it anyway. Seeing Jovi and her boundless energy makes me realize I'm back home. Anyways, oh no, what's on that data ROM? Okay. Quick little sidestep here for the moment. I will be going to purify Spinnerack here in a little bit, so just hang on tight once I get the next location that we are to go to. Now, I could actually just stick Spinnerack in the Purify Chamber, actually, but I figured since Spinnerack is actually on my team, I'll go to the Relic Stone. Might as well. You know, one of my favorite spots in the whole Orre region. Oh, isn't Dayton the man who's always fooling around with his computer here? This is strange. Jovi wonders where he went. Now, if I remember right, I have to look outside. Because some days, when things just aren't going good, you just have to take a little breather. Not on that part. I think it's over here. Yes! I did remember this. I'm sorry, Professor. I couldn't decipher it. Huh? Oh, it's you, Storm. You scared me half to death. That data ROM is heavily protected like a bank vault. It would take a seriously talented guy to break through and get at the contents. A seriously talented guy, you say? Excuse me, I seem to believe that you are a seriously talented guy. Professor, I'm terribly sorry. It can't be helped. And if it's a seriously talented guy we need, well, I think I may have a solution. Who would that person be? Storm, I'm sorry to spring this on you, but can you deliver the data ROM to ONBS in Pyrite Town? Dayton, hand the data ROM to Storm, please. Oh, right away. So Pyrite Town is where we are heading next. ONBS is known as a TV network, but they're much more than that. The people that later founded ONBS were actually instrumental in breaking Cipher's conspiracy 5 years ago. Please deliver that data ROM to Net at ONBS. He's the right-hand man to Sec, ONBS's leader. If you remember those names, they were the kids from Pokemon Coliseum. I'm confident that he will be able to get the contents of that data ROM. Pyrite is past a gate. It's quite far, so be careful when you're traveling out that way. Alright, we good? We are good. Okay. Well, with that, let's make a quick pit stop to Agate Village. We have another Pokemon to purify. It's always nice to be back here. This is one of my favorite things to do in a lot of role-playing games. It's whenever you find that one town that's just, like, it's either got a good song that's quite peaceful, or just the atmosphere itself is peaceful. It's like, I want to spend as much time as I can here. Now, speaking of time, it is time to make Spinnerack recover its lost time and purify. Alright, Spinnerack. Welcome back. So what do we get for moves again? We can move Dig. Oh, okay, that's fine. And Refresh. Okay, typical. Should get at least 2 levels for my trouble. Ooh, 3 levels. 4 levels. Ooh, nice. Do I hear 5? It was worth a shot. Spinnerack obtained the... Oh, I did it again! Don't worry, I'll give you a nickname, my friend. Hold on. I am so not used to nicknaming my Pokemon. Like, I am the person who, like, you know, like when you're making a new account for something, and like it's just a temporary one, or more like a, oh, I don't have to put too much effort into it type of deal. I am the kind of person that will spend 3 days trying to think up a perfect name for it, because I don't know why. It's just something that's like, it needs to be perfect, you know? Okay, let's get in here. So, once again, trying to think up a good nickname for Spinarak, soon-to-be Ariados, and I'm scratching my head thinking, what would be a great name? So, in researching, like, Pokedex entries for Spinarak, Ariados, and, like, poison-type users and Pokemon and whatnot, eventually I decided on just the name of a well-known trainer in Pokemon media, specifically the daughter of the OG ninja of Fuchsia City. This is going to be Janine the Eventual Ariados. Welcome aboard, Janine. Alright. Oh, no, I don't need another nickname right now. Alright. So we have a Spinarak that's pretty close to evolving. I think I can get another berry from this guy. See if there's something I can get for my trouble. Maybe I'll get like an Oran berry or something. That would be practical. Or a Lumberry. Chesto. Okay, that can help. Okay, let's get my team a little bit more organized here. We will let Delcatty take one spot. Janine will take the other. Don't know how well this will go, but we're gonna find out. Nice part is, if I ever do need to have my Pokemon go through a training session, Mount Battle is always available. And if I am correct, I can like leave areas and come back and challenge trainers again, which does give me an unlimited source of money. Anyways, Pyrite Town, a noble town of rogues and ruffians. Quite a far cry from the description of the last game. But Pyrite Town has seen an improvement in the last 5 years in-game. And it's still got that wonderful tune. But the building there has clearly been renovated. Alright. So I get to do a little bit of exploring here. Marcia, wait! Wait for me! And already we got some commotion. Marcia, wait! So we'll definitely see them later. There goes Marcia, tearing off like a tornado as usual. There goes one busy girl. Huh? What's up with you, kid? Why are you giving me the eye like that? Do you know who I am? I'm Gale. They call me the Gatekeeper of Pyrite. That smoldering look says you're raring to challenge me. If it's a battle you want, I'm here. Alright, let's see how this works. Yes. One familiar face from Pokemon Coliseum, the rogue Gale. Hi, Ralts. Alright, Janine's first proper fight. And Delcatty's already a chunk up. Alright, Signal Beam the Ralts. Oh, nice. I have Rush and Wave. I'll take it. Double damage! Ooh, nice! Ah, no, confusion! Thank goodness you didn't go for Spinarak. As a reward, Signal Beam! Alright, C-Dot. Okay. Thank goodness you're slow. Man, Delcatty's really taking a hit. And I've got Cute Charm! I'm okay with this. Alright, second turn, same as the first. Nice shot. At least that way Signal Beam can take the C-Dot out. Or at least I'm fairly certain. Ah, Houndour. And that's a down C-Dot. Well, this is working out. See how long that lasts. Probably would be more practical if I did this. Ooh, so close. Now, I do want to look after this, because I just want to see the power comparison between Shadow Blitz and Shadow Rush. Because the fact that I'm not getting recoiled does make Shadow Rush more practical. Okay. Level 19. Should be getting an evolution here shortly. I like how my current setup of a team is eventually going to be fully evolved. Okay, we got a little bit more. Hey kid, I have to hand it to you. You had to be good to beat Gale, Pyrite's gatekeeper. Alright, do my little look here. 55. Okay, so it's only... Oh, you got Thunder Shock and Thunder Wave. Good. It's only slightly more powerful, which is fine. The fact that Delcatty got Shadow Rush, I guess, does help fit its status as a boss Pokemon, so to speak. Have you heard? Wild Pokemon have appeared! Fatine, who's considered Pyrite's mother, foretold the appearance of Pokemon in the wild. Well, it came true. It's incredible. We'll now be able to catch wild Pokemon right here in the Orre region. Definitely an improvement from the last game, like being able to find wild Pokemon in this game. Mr. Duking, this town's leader, took my fortune-telling to heart. He searched high and low for the wild Pokemon I had foretold. His search has been rewarded. He appears to have found several locations where wild Pokemon appear. Yes, and I believe the next plot point is we will be going to those Pokespots, as they are called. So I'm going to see her running off. Gets up from her father, Duking. Now, do you still do anything funny here? Not this time, but it's still Shurls, the chief of Pyrite Police. The town has become peaceful, but there are still plenty of roughnecks around. They know how to keep us busy, what with their brawling and so on. Lots of them will go out of their way to pick a fight with you. Be careful when you're out on the streets. I think, yes. Darn it, I got locked up over a dumb street fight. If I don't get out of here soon. Huh. Kid, are you? That thing on your arm. It can't be. Oh, no, it's nothing. Get lost already. So, yes. For anyone who doesn't remember, that is Team Snag'em's uniform there. So that is a Team Snag'em member. But he has noticed a particular thing on our arm. We'll run into people like them later. Let's see. Alright, what do you got in here? A Hyper Potion! Okay, okay, I'm good with that. Alright. Ah, 2 more familiar faces. Alright then, what have we here? Well, if it isn't Trudley and Foley, what do you think you're up to? What are we up to? You've got it all wrong. We're here to do some shopping, that's all. Now, don't you lie to me. I know about the likes of you. You're up to no good, aren't you? Got us some slack, Officer Johnson, sir. We've had a change of heart. We've sworn off our criminal ways, yes, sir? No, no, no. That doesn't wash with me. No, sir, it doesn't. I won't have you lot walking around the streets as if you own the place. Psh, pompous oaf. Folly the man won't listen to reason. Let's get out of here. Run away! So I believe we can also talk to Johnson here. Those two that just ran off, they're named Folly and Trudley. They once belonged to Cipher, but just as mere grunts. Back in those days, they wreaked havoc as if they owned the place, but I caught up with them and put them straight. I cut quite the dashing figure, don't I? It's my job to uphold the peace in Pyrite. Pa-pow! You keep doing your day job. I believe we can also do... Yeah. Yes. Gotta pay 100 to get a heal in this town. Apparently the concept of free healthcare has not hit the machines at this place yet. Unless you go to the Coliseum, which I just remembered was a thing. But, paralyze heal. See what some of the NPCs here say. Oh, it's a wild Zigzagoon. It's cute. What about you? Been traveling through the Orre region. I think the ravaged land is getting better little by little. I don't think it will be that far off before wild Pokemon can survive out here. Well, it is beginning. Focus Band! Ooh, okay. Got that for free? I'm definitely gonna let someone have that. Best bet right now. We'll let Delcatty hold on to it. Who knows? It might save me. I was at the Coliseum where I managed to beat my first 3 opponents, but couldn't pull off the last win. You don't win the prize if you can't put together a 4-win streak. I'm gonna get some hard-earned rest and make another challenge. Yes, this game still has the Coliseums, and they do still operate in a similar fashion, where they are just knockout round tournaments. You can win cash and a TM prize for the first victory of a particular set. Alright. The electricity generated by this windmill powers the Coliseum and ONBS, among other places. If the gears don't break or get stolen, the windmill is an infinite source of energy. Oh, for 35 years I've spun these gears. Oh, what's with you, youngster? Do you want to spin gears too? Sure, looks fun. Not to disappoint you, but this isn't a job that anyone can just pick up. Give it another 25 years, then come back. Won't get my hopes up for nothing. Okay. This is the ONBS building. There have been too many shady people hanging around lately. I'm keeping an eye on things out to keep out those sorts of bad elements. But you're a good kid. You can go in. Oh yeah, another good tune. Welcome to ONBS. All visitors are free to wander the ONBS building and see our network in operation. My name is Meg, and I'm the official guide. Glad to meet you. Shroom. We broadcast TV signals all across the Orre region. I hope you'll take the time to see how we work. Alright. So now we can go in here. I believe they were waiting for us. Just forget whereabouts. So I'm going to take a little look around. ONBS was founded by SEC and NET. It's now the biggest information network in the Orre region. Nowadays, SEC handles the business side of things, and NET acts as the chief of engineering and technology. Oh, sorry, maybe that was a little complicated. Feel free to wander and look around. We're getting new reports from all over the like. We're getting news reports from all over like we always do. My goodness, I need to read slower. Our reporters are keeping busy. The hottest news stories going right now is the wild Pokemon story. It's become the latest craze. Well, eventually, I will get a chance to work with that. Now, I think... Ah, yes, it's those magicians from the Krabby Club. The Krusty Krab. Arr, 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 arr. Let's see here. Orre Network. Oh, did you hear me? Oh, so embarrassing. That was the ONBS song that I composed. It's catchy and memorable, don't you think? Here we go. Hi, welcome to ONBS. The name's Sec. I'm supposed to be in charge here. I'm glad to meet you. Started by kids 5 years ago during the Shadow Incident, a tiny network has grown into this today. I operate this place with my partner Net. We're convinced that reporting the unvarnished truth will be the good for peace and justice. Anyways, did you want something from me? And we pass on the message. You're kidding! Cipher was using its desert lab again? Okay, understood. You should take that data ROM and show it to Net right away. I'm sure he can decipher whatever information is stored on that data ROM. Just like the old times. So we can go... Yeah, some areas are locked right now. Eventually, we'll be fine. I'm hoping to put together a new Pokemon battle program. While battling, I suppose the legendary trainer Egan would be a logical choice. I don't know where my mommy is. Please, can you help me find my mommy? Sure. The little girl joined the party. Now, I'm trying to think. Are you on a later floor? I think you will be. We're going live. And we get a live news report. We bring you a special news bulletin. Professor Krane, the abducted head of the Pokemon HQ lab, has been safely rescued. Professor Krane has been held captive in Cipher's desert research facility, which was widely believed to have been abandoned. Reports say that Professor Krane was rescued by a lone teen. This incident is evidence that Cipher has returned after apparently being crushed 5 years ago. The authorities fear that Cipher's return could result in more serious incidents. Citizens are urged to be vigilant and cautious. go. Anka's looking great like she always is. Another case of naming. Anka the Anchor. Now we can also talk to her from behind the desk. Job was to deliver the news to as many people as possible. When I was starting out, I did experience some close calls, but still, I find this job to be fulfilling. Well, I can understand where she's coming from. I absolutely detest public speaking. I mean, I've had plenty of people tell me that I'm very good at it, and I can at least understand where they're coming from, but I get so nervous when I do stuff like that. Okay, was this right? Also, my looks when it goes before the TV camera, I have to be extra careful. Oh yeah, so she's like, don't come into my dressing room here. I have to wait to get that item down there. Here we go. Oh, this isn't going well. I have to go out on the air soon, but my candy hasn't come back. Oh, Mommy! And there's her mother. I was glad to see you. I was worried about you. You seemed to just disappear. I'm sorry, Mommy. I went out of the room for just a minute, but then I couldn't find it again. That guy there brought me here. Oh my, how very kind of you. So let's see. Small token, received a soothe bell. Ooh. Okay, I might have a use for that later. Ah yes, here we go. So I guess I did need to spend that $100 at the hotel, but hey, didn't know until we got to this point. Okay, and oh, you're good. Oh yeah, then that guy in there will be like, don't come in here, things could fall over. So yeah, for anyone who notices this building's layout, this is the exact spot where we came to in Coliseum when we were here at Pyrite the first time. This building got completely revamped. I've been told by Net to not allow anyone through. He's working right now. Huh? You came from the Pokemon HQ lab, but I still can't let you through. I'll get in trouble if I do. Detro, do we have a visitor? Oh, Net. This person here says he's come calling from the Pokemon HQ lab. Oh yes, I was expecting him. Please show him through. Alright, good thing he was told in advance. Alright. Hello, I've been expecting you. You're Storm, right? I'm Net. And this is Bit. He's my friend and an invaluable partner. Pleased to meet you. We heard from Professor Krane. Sounds like you pulled off a daring rescue. Yes, Bit. Yes, Bit. But now's not the time to waste chatting. Let's see the data Professor Krane called about. So now we give the ROM over just like old times. I've deciphered something similar to this before. It brings back memories. Okay, I think it's going to take some time for me to check the contents of this data ROM. Can you wait while I do it? Hey, Net, how's this for an idea? Our news team should be out visiting Duking at one of his Pokespots to file a story about wild Pokemon. Since he's got free time, why not have him go visit Duking as well? Hey, that's good. Good suggestion, Bit. Are you interested in wild Pokemon? It wouldn't hurt to go look, you know. Oh yes, may I have your PDA number? I'll contact you as soon as I find anything out. So he'll decipher the data ROM, and we will go to this rock Pokespot. Oops. Okay. So that's going to be our next destination, and we will be heading there right now. Also, one thing to note here, they kept the cave entrance, but they sealed it off, which is kind of sad. I almost wish they would have kept that as a extra side area in the game. Like, they wouldn't have had to do much. Just they could have kept the caves as labyrinthine as they were before, but make it some hidden side quest or something. That would have been really fun. I get why games would do it, but I'm not a huge fan of games that are like playing the sequel of a game. So like you go through the first game and you get like all the areas that you went through, you loved them, and I'll deal with these two in a moment. You get through the game and you have all of the areas that you know and love, and you love the world and all that there is to it. And then you get the sequel game, which is like, we're going to have 90% of the areas that you loved and went to. And sure, like, some of those are, like, good thing. They're back too. But then there would be some people who are like, but I missed this little, like, side dungeon area. Couldn't you have done something about it? Like, I almost wish that a sequel game of that kind of setup would just bring more and not take anything out. That's just me, though, because, like, who knows what kind of side quest you could have done. Maybe, like, a hidden villain or something. Either way. Hey, don't you think it's too tough for us to pull anything in this town? Our faces are too well known. Yeah, I hear you. If we don't hurry, the boss will get impatient and come looking for us himself. We're okay on that score. I went and snuck a transmitter on the boss. You can tell where he is by checking this radar, so we can always be ready for him whenever he blows his top. I have to hand it to you, Folly. Way to go. Oh, looks like we got email. Is it the boss? Let's see. You two come back right now, it says. Oh, gosh darn it all. He sounds like he's fuming. He might dock us dinner again. We better scoot back. Well, so much for this radar. It's not much if the boss is going to page us by email. Oh man, why do our lives have to be this tragic? Yes, we will deal with them very, very soon. A little bit that I am really looking forward to. A little bit of suspense. For anyone who has never played this game before. Alright, but either way, we are making our way to the Rock Poke Spot. Another little catchy tune as well. Hello, people! It's time for Pofty's Fast Break Report. We bring you news while it's breaking. Today, we're visiting Duking, the discoverer of Poke Spots, where wild Pokemon appear. Even Duking's got a nice little makeover in this game. Duking is said to be the driving force behind the booming popularity of wild Pokemon in Pyrite. Duking, so is this the Poke Spot that you discovered? Hello, Duking here! Yes, that's absolutely right. For 15 long and torturous years I toiled, snatching sleep only grudgingly, to find this Poke Spot. 15 years? Is that true? Yeah, one shouldn't let details get in the way of a story, isn't that right, Betty? It's Pofty! Alright, let me explain how one goes about attracting wild Pokemon to a Poke Spot. Well, seeing as you're here, wouldn't it be better if I got someone to demonstrate? Oh, you there! Yes, you, kid. You'll be perfect. Come over here, mate. Psh, Pofty, trouble, bad trouble. Your makeup's running from your sweat. Oh, you should consider yourself lucky. Duking himself will show you how in person. Oh, wait, mate. Not over there. You need to be over this way between me and Betty, right? It's Pofty! Alright. Alright, my friend. Let me show you how to attract wild Pokemon to a Poke Spot. First, and above all else, you need these Duking brand Poke Snacks. Here, I'll give you some. Alright, my friend. Lay those Poke Snacks out on the plate there. Go on now. Yeah, we'll set 3 out for now. Very good, mate. That's how you do it. When you've laid out the Poke Snack, leave the area. Eventually, a wild Pokemon will come along. Just you wait. The more Poke Snacks you lay out, the longer a Pokemon will stay to eat, making it that much easier to catch. This is also important. My specially made Spot Monitor. This, and I'm sure you'll agree, is truly something awesome. My goodness, you developed this device yourself? Yeah, one shouldn't let details get in the way of the story. Isn't that right, Betty? It's Pofty! By the way, Duking, can you tell us what a Spot Monitor is? I'm glad you asked me that. My Spot Monitor is a dandy. It lets you know what's happening at any Poke Spot, wherever you are. Here, my friend. As my thanks for you hearing me out patiently, I'll make a gift of this too. Slot it in your PDA, and all you do is make it work. Simple. We got another add-on. Alright, now you're set. Now when a wild Pokemon appears at any Poke Spot, your Spot Monitor will respond and alert you. I found 3 Poke Spots in all. There's one to the west of this one here. This will be our next location. Use these Poke Spots and catch yourself some wild Pokemon. Give it a try. Well, we do have to wait for things to appear, so we'll just let time pass, as it were. So here is the Oasis Poke Spot. Another lovely looking area, actually, as someone who's very nostalgic for early era games graphics. Oh, it's you! You're the lad who helped us out that news show. Thanks much, mate. I'm surprised you came out to a place like this. It must mean you're seriously interested in wild Pokemon. That's marvelous. This makes it all worthwhile, my teaching you, I mean. So, you fine upstanding lad, lover of wild Pokemon. I have some special information that you'll find to be special. But my friend, I also have a favor to ask. That's a fair deal, right? Yeah, thank you kindly. You see, there are several Pokemon that hardly ever show up at Pokespots. Trapinch, Surskit, and Wooper. I'm having a rotten time of it trying to catch those three. If you were to catch them, I'd gladly trade you some of my Pokemon, mate. I'm counting on you, mate. Now I'll be on my way now. And of course forgets the favor. Whoops, mustn't forget. I promised to give you some special information, didn't I? If you go this way off northeast, there's a Pokespot that's hard to find since it's inside a cave. That's my favorite Pokespot. You gotta go see it. Well, I guess I should be on my way. Real pleasure chatting with you again. I'll be heading back to Pyrite. Come visit whenever you like. Alright, so we'll lay out a few here. I'm gonna lay 4 out on this one. And now I'm gonna do something... I'm gonna do a little safety save here, just in case. Because funnily enough, I was reading information about XD, and something that's going to occur here very shortly. There's a bug in this game that I didn't know about. And if I was to fail what I'm about to do, that would lock me out of something I want to do in the endgame. And to this point, I never knew that was a thing. I've always been lucky and have avoided it, but I don't want there to be bad luck. So I'm making a safety save here. And we are now going to go to the cave Pokespot. Now get ready, because we're about to have a treat. What do you figure the boss is going to do now? I'm tired of this life, man. I need to put down roots somewhere. Don't whine too much. You know what the boss always says. He'll get Team Miror B together one day, and we'll own all the Pokemon in the world. Sure. Do you really think we pull off something like... Go on. Boss! Oh, whew, it's just some kid. Don't sneak up on me like that. Don't be so jumpy. I've got my radar. We'll know if the boss is coming around. Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's the radar. Oh, another jazzy tune right here. We'll add that one to the list. Radar's got something. It's the boss. Miror B! One of, if not the best character in all of Orre. The dancing, groovin' master, Miror B. Hey, my posse. Have you rounded up Pokemon like I wanted? Stop the music. Oh, I sense the pleasing scent of Pokemon. Oh, yes, I do. Maybe you're just a little hood, but maybe you're also one fine trainer with the goods. How about you get in with it and join my posse? Be one of us, and you'll soon be owning all the Pokemon around the world. Yes, please! Oh, I hear your mouth say it, but your heart's not in it. No, my heart is totally in it! I can't abide that. It's a big decision time. You need to think hard before you choose a life of crime. So tell me, will you join my posse? I'll give you the illusion of choice. I thought you'd say that. You always had this smell to me, you see, that you would be our enemy. How I deal with a threat is to nip it while it's in the bud yet. I'll be showing you my power now. Try not to be blown away by my sense of wow. Let the music play. And I am just going to take a brief second here, because what is about to happen here is one of my favoritist things in any video game I have ever played. Now, I've said this plenty of times before. I'm someone who loves a lot of music in video games, especially so in a lot of early video games. Like, you know, I play a lot of Nintendo games. I have been public in saying that. So I have a lot of nostalgia for a lot of Nintendo songs, especially so in like the N64 to GameCube era, maybe Super Nintendo. Like, the apex of the songs are N64 to GameCube era. And one of my favorite tunes of all time is about to play here in just a moment. I will even go ahead and say right now, it's already one of the going to be on the list of best music in the game. Heck, you know what? Throw the list off the screen right now. What is about to play here trumps all songs in this game. That is completely true. It is not opinion. You cannot argue this with me. This is the best song in the entire game. So you know what? I am going to do this right now. I am going to do this next coming fight here, and I am going to be dead silent. I am going to do as Miror B says, and I am going to let the music play. So 3, 2, 1, battle! And that ends the dance number. You are objectively supposed to be dancing that whole time. Like, my entire body was just moving to the rhythm of that song as I was playing it. It brought back so many nostalgic memories of playing this game. Like, oh, that was so much fun. And I seriously hope that you got fun out of that too. Pulling back the curtain on that little bit there for a second, I know everyone's tastes in music are different, so if you don't think that was the best tune in the game, like, fair enough. But a tune that is, like, so simple, so fitting to the character in question, and, like, the beat is perfect for something that's just, like, it's just fun. Like, that's all this tune is. It's just an incredibly fun tune. Like, it's not super serious, but it's just serious enough that it's like, okay, like, we're having a serious battle here. But like I'm moving and grooving myself just as much as Miror B is, and I'm just having so much fun. Like, that's why this tune is so much fun. And before I move along here, so that bug that I was talking about a moment ago actually had to do with that Shadow Voltorb there. If I didn't catch the Shadow Voltorb here, I would not have been able to catch that Shadow Voltorb for the rest of the game. I didn't know there was a bug behind it until just doing research for this playthrough right now. So, I caught the Shadow Voltorb, so I'm still safe to do all of the things for the end of the game. There's even a mechanic I haven't even talked about that has to do with Miror B coming up here in a bit that I haven't had to put into play yet because I've been doing so well. But I can guarantee you that I'll be seeing Miror B more than once after this. Either way. Oh, you make me so angry I'm seeing red. Don't you dare think this is over. Just you wait and see. One of these days, with my elegant steps, I'll knock you sideways. Let's go. Escape! And with that, Mareep can also be purified, and we now have the Mirror Radar, or Miror Radar, I guess. It came with instructions. To Trudley, this is how the radar works. When you're finished reading, get rid of this. This radar shows you where Miror B, that's the boss, happens to be. Whenever the boss appears somewhere, a mark appears on the screen. When you see the mark, check out the radar. It'll tell you where he is. You'll probably ask me where the boss is when he's not on radar. You know how mysterious he can be. Who knows where he goes off to? Probably off getting Pokemon or something. Somewhere far away, out of the transmitter's range, from Folly. Don't need the instructions. And an email. Storm, I haven't completed analysis on the data ROM, but I did make a stunning discovery about Cipher's plan. Please come right away. We need to discuss this in person. So we do have a meeting back in Pyrite Town, but we will be doing that on the next episode because this has been going for quite a bit. I did want to get the Miror B musical number taken care of in this episode. Did run a little longer than I was thinking towards the middle there, but hey, what can you do when you're having fun, right? So hopefully you got some enjoyment out of the Miror B musical number that just happened there. And again, certainly I did. But that will not be the last we see of Miror B, for sure. We will definitely get more dance numbers in. I will definitely be talking over those ones instead, but I will be enjoying the music all the same. And I hope you will also enjoy the next episode when it comes out next. So, as I always say, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, stay safe, and have a good day.